Oh, Sam has invited me to a party. Wicked, I'm gonna join his party to see if he has any questions. Send me an invite whenever
Okay.
you get party leader. Hey Samuels, what's up? What's up? Yeah. For what? I think Albert's on their roster, isn't he? Albert is supposed to be on their roster. He's confirmed to be on there, just so you know. Like, he's not on the site, but he is on there. Wookie accidentally deleted him whenever he updated Stone, so that's why he's not on there. I'm gonna hop back over to the streamer party. Good luck, guys. Alright. Yeah, they had a problem with Albert is supposed to be on TG's roster, but I got a message from Wookie saying that he accidentally deleted him whenever he updated Stone's name.
So are they ready?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. I'll introduce them.
You gonna introduce me?
I got it.
Okay, sure.
Hello, BFC. I am Wicked. I'm here with Hobo Man.
Howdy.
And we are here for the finals of Drop Zone 5 between Touch Gaming and Aggressive Campers. So the first map that we're about to get into here is Goes on Badlands. This is a best of 5 for all of the marbles here.
Okay, good. I thought we weren't gonna load in. So we got NM Samuels, Bayazid, Beerus, and Gamma Ray Bill playing for AC. That's gonna be Jabman as Gamma Ray Bill. And then TG's roster, I didn't get a look at it. I think it's Stone, Wookie, Albert, and Goodpoo, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I'm just going to call them by their name in game for the sake of replayability. But yeah, those are the players you know, and their new names. All right. So we're loading in here. I don't think there is a problem loading in, so we should be good to go for map 1. We are doing this one map at a time when it comes to picks, so we won't know the other maps until a little bit later, but this is the game, and let's go. I can get my abilities again, get used to my abilities.
This is AC's host, so European servers for the American TG team.
All right, and I got
lobby reset, so I think they had some faction problems, possibly.
Yeah. Makes sense. So a little bit of a false start there, but I'm sure it'll be up again.
Just a little history for this match. We've got both teams only losing one match in the regular season. AC lost one to TG, and TG losing one to RHCP. They both made it to the AC made it to the playoffs as the number 1 seed. TG made it to the playoffs as number 2 seed. AC was able to beat Wrath in a blowout victory and take that win, and TG beat RHCP also in a blowout victory, and now they're here facing off in the grand finals.
Yeah, a little bit of a kind of a rock paper scissors almost, where TG beat AC, AC beat RHCP, and RHCP beating TG.
Yeah, and the only one of those teams that RHCP beat, or only of the top teams that RHCP beat was TG. They lost to Wrath as well, so it's kind of an upset victory for them.
Well, good to hear. Hopefully they can get the upset victory. Well, not upset victory, but the victory here as well in the today. It's a big game for especially for AC. Not being able to, I don't think, win any major tournaments prior, going against kind of the juggernaut of the looks like another map reset.
Awesome. We have seen this matchup before, though, in Droid Run, AC versus TG, or AC versus TG in Droid Run, and they got whooped. That was the grand finals of Droid Run.
So TG won the grand finals of Droid Run?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
I don't remember.
I think so. But this is a new AC team, so it's got a bunch of 3-2-2 with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we've got Beerus and Cassidy coming in for them, so it's an AC 3-2-2 mids.
Okay. It's interesting to have Europeans mesh with American players for server reasons. All right, this looks to be the one.
Let's hope so. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to reconnect. If they promote you, send me an invite. I lost mine whenever I reconnected.
Okay. They might send you another.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Awesome.
So I noticed that Cassidy was going by Zorbion for a while. Did he change that again?
Yeah, he went to Mad Mardigan for a while. Went by that name. And now, I guess he might be the Bayazid guy now. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But this is mainly a 3-2-2 team now, except for Samuels. Eds isn't playing, Legolas isn't playing, Hufu isn't playing, so mainly 3-2-2 versus TG, basically. And then we've got the TG roster, which is a mix of top players from MMR, basically.
Alright.
So, two hybrid teams basically facing off right here. MMR and APOC versus AC and 3-2-2.
Well, hopefully we can get this underway. Just a little bit of a longer delay, and we should be good to go.
Bayazid's in, so we're waiting on one more for our TG. And Albert's in, and there goes Bayazid again.
Alright, let's cross our fingers that this lobby works and they get the teams they want.
They're gonna have to faction change again.
Hopefully they can do that real quick. Have factions become a what advantage does the Imperials have on this map, if any, that TG would want to pick it?
If anything, closer start to the first pod and then a different spawn, they're less likely to spawn in the caves, I think. But mainly it's a first pod advantage, I think, and that's usually how it is on most of these maps for factions, especially on Drop Zone, where it's just just a first pod.
First pod, first to set up.
Yeah. So TG will spawn back by the canvases and downed walker, which you can see on the loading screen, and be able to get on top of the walker first and get behind the crates first to get set up around that pod. Every player is also using a different weapon and different star cards, except for a jump pack. So you're going to have Albert on the E11.
Alright.
And Good Poo on the RT-97C with Diotsis.
Well, it looks like we are going here. Looks like Evade Perception's going to go low early, trying to get to the pod. NM Samuel's going to be able to pick that up. As Bizarre and Jipu going in. Looks like the pod is going to be touched here by AC.
Yeah.
AC.
Beerus able to get that touch.
And then a lot of people going down in the middle. Still a gunfight. Pod is currently under control by AC. And the rest of TG still trying to be able to push in as they're looking for an up high advantage right now. Evade Perception and a couple others. Evade Perception going to go low, trying to find someone under the walker. Going to be able to pick up one kill there. Goes down himself to Geralt, but the pod is touched by It's Blah, and he's able to set up.
We got a two-partner set up here in the middle. Wookiee's up on top of the walker as well, watching over Albert from above. He's going to get some kills there. Another pinching him from the middle.
It looks like Gamma Ray Bill going to have a flank, but It's Blah and Touch My Wookiee going to be able to finish him off. They both got control. 3 kills in the center of the map. This is now in control by TG with all 4 members on the pod and about 15 seconds left before it gets touched. NM Samuels in trouble, goes down to Albert Blah, Geralt, and Gamma Ray Bill going to look in, but Bizarre going to be able to get the touch and sacrifice for it. But that's going to be a reset.
TG was off to a really rough start, but able to get some kills there in the middle and secure it again.
Yeah. It seemed like they just kind of lost track of the pod and weren't quite able to get a good defense there. With only about 10 seconds left before the touch, just kind of a misplay.
Yeah, for sure. AC making a push now, though, looking able to get some kills, and they're going to clear them all out and get the pod back.
Yeah, NM Samuel's able to get in there. Pretty good play from those guys, and again, just kind of setting up TG with a little bit of a flank. As I say that, one goes down, Touch My Wookiee, but It's Blah able to return the favor. Gamma Ray Bill able to pick up one off to the side. That's going to be a 1v1 there with Jipu. While It's Blah and Touch My Wookiee push in, and then Samuel's the only one there to defend up top. Only about 10 seconds left on this pod take. They're going to pull back. Geralt comes in, picks up a double kill, and that looks like the pod is going to go over with not enough members in the area from AC.
Early lead here for AC
TG.
in the first pod. They had a really good start getting the first touch and then securing kills and able to isolate members of TG and pick them off one by one.
Yeah, and TG in position here. Good Poo looking to make a play around as he's going to have a 1v1 with Geralt here. Geralt a little low, but does get the partner spawn now. NM Samuels and Good Poo in a one-on-one. NM Samuel's going to win that as he pushes, but that's going to be called out to his teammates as you see Evade Perception already pushing in. NM Samuels, this is a 2v2 here. Good Poo and Evade Perception against Geralt. Geralt going to pick up one as the pod is taken on the other side. However, TG able to get the kills they need and get a bit of a reset here. Pod still in favor of AG.
TG had a numbers advantage there. They just wouldn't push in, and it ended up costing them whenever the rest of AC showed up.
Yeah, and again, AC just in position here. No flanks to be seen. It just looks like it's going to be a pure on 4v4 here. And no one from TG even close to this pod. That's going to go over to AC, 2-0 AC.
Great retake from AC. They were able to beat the early setup from TG and get their own setup, and it was just a great 4v4 from them at the end.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that TG just not pushing in. Do you think that's what they need to do? Just pull the trigger faster, or is there something else going on here?
Yeah, I think there's having these number of advantages that they're getting and just not taking advantage of them fully and not recognizing the weaknesses in AC yet until it's too late and they've got their partner starts already. But getting some kills here, though.
Yeah, AC's still able to defend with some spawns, though.
Great partner starts.
They're gonna force Good Poo back, but it looks like he might get. No, he won't actually. It's just all members. Gamma Ray up top.
He got his partner started. That was great partner starting from AC there on this pod. It went from a 2v2 to a 4v2, just like that.
And it looks like partner spawns down at bottom. It's blocked going in, but all 4 members of AC there. They're going to stop Albert. But TG is able to get the all 4 members there in time with about a couple seconds left. Great plays there out of TG.
Yeah, it's a very good pinch move for some from below and some from above. Able to take out all of AC right there.
And TG still up top. They're going to be able to get a decent partner spawn, you'd think here, but NM Samuels with the flank on the back, he's going to get a couple members, goes down. However, that looks like there's only a 1v1 here, and Geralt's going to win it.
Bill able to distract some members of TG there. That was a great.
Yeah, but look at the TG spawns though. Gamma Ray and Bayazard able to get in the cave, so that's not a good spawn, and Geralt's by himself here.
1v1 over pod, he loses that. Albert's got the pod, but a nade stops him. TG
NM Samuels, great nade there, but yeah, still gets the pod. However, AC able to push in together. Good Poo not going to be able to hold that push, and it looks like this is going straight back to AC here.
AC has been great all game about retaking after they've lost the pod. They're making great team pushes, really showing up whenever it comes to recapturing the pod and defeating TG's defense. Flank from the backside now, though.
Yeah, Wookie's trying to push in, but he's going to get flanked by Samuels. Samuels takes him down, no problem. And it just looks like this pod's going to go over. Gamma Ray goes down, though. 3 members on. Not quite enough time. It's Blood not being able to take down.
AC just left the pod. They chased the kill.
Yeah, and it looks like this will get taken by Bayazid here. He's at a bit of a 2v1, I believe. Yeah, he's just going to get taken down in the back and evade perception, looking to push in. Plenty of time on this pod, and no one really from AC in position. Pod's taken. Grenade does not kill. But again...
Still a 2v2 over pod. Partner starts coming out.
New pod comes down as well. It looks like no one's going for that quite yet. This pod up top is the one that everyone's looking at here. Partner spawn's coming through, but the rest of TG is so far behind this play.
AC has been very good about keeping their partners alive, and this really showed in the situation right now.
TG makes the push. It looks like it's a 3v1, not able to get the pod in time. The Smart Rocket doesn't come through. It's Blaz actually able to pick up 2 or 3 there to keep control, and it looks like AC's now going to get wiped.
Very impressive take back there. I still think that TG needs to get their partner start at some point, and they won't be losing these. They won't be putting these 2v4s anymore if they keep doing that.
Yeah, but only about 10 seconds left on this pod. Looks like Geralt's going to go in way too early. 1v4s it by himself. And again, another 1-by-1 move, and that's going to be a point TG.
They're able to recover there. It was looking bad for them. They're able to recover, get their partner starts in, and make a big team push, and then hold their defense steady. So very impressive from them.
Yeah, and AC just looked out of sync there, going in 1-by-1 when the pod got too low. Weren't able to make a push, and then just ran out of time.
Yeah, 1v1 by the last pod. It's Splat winning that one.
Yeah, and the good thing about that new pod coming down is TG in perfect position there to pick that up, and now they have control. Even though it's a 50-second touch, they still have control.
Yeah, AC with such long spawns. They're trying to make a good team push now, though. All 4 of them over here again.
Yeah, they're in position, but Good Poo with a good flank.
Defense from TG coming out, showing strong here so far, and gets a lot of kills there, leaving just by Azid there to get the partner start.
Yep, and it looks like the partner spawns do come through. Gamma Ray Bill and Bayazid. Gamma Ray is the only one left for the team. He's going to have to make a move, but that's going to be the second pod over to
defense
TG.
did not falter there at all. Very good defense from them. They played exceptionally well in that pod. Definitely getting their groove on right now and figuring out what they need to do.
Yeah, and it just looks like AC is out of sorts right now. Of course, the partner spawn's still coming through. Good from them, but those long spawns just made it almost impossible to take.
Yeah, this new pod, though, could be what they needed since it's very neutral between the two teams. Both teams got here at the same time, so this could be a good reset for them.
Yeah, and this is also favored in AC's current spawn location as well, so they might be able to make something happen here. Gamma Ray going to go down. Geralt's the only one left. He's low. He's going to go down himself. It's Blah and Evade Perception there. Not quite TG's, though, as he gets taken down. Touch My Wookie's going to go for the claim. He's going to be able to get it just in time as AC returns to the fight. Long spawns for TG is going to make AC get the pod back.
Definitely a good push, but not enough. They didn't have enough manpower to hold it after the close spawns from AC.
Yeah, exactly. The close spawns there coming in very well for them, as Bayazid going to be able to hold them off for a bit as he goes down, looking for the partner spawn now, as Gamma Ray in the back is going to give it to him. And now again, good hold. Only about 5 seconds left on this pod. TG's going to have to make a push now. Geralt on it. 3 members going in. It's Blah goes down. Evade Perception goes down, and the pod over to AC.
Trying to clean up some last kills. They're going to get it. I liked what they did with Bayazid there. They sent him out up front to hold him off and buy him some time. That was definitely very efficient and a very smart play from AC.
Yeah, and a great nade there, as you mentioned, at the end to secure that and make it so that the members from TG could not get on with a angle from the back. Yeah. A little bit, you could say, of a misplay there from AC to not have someone on that back angle and make the nade force to get the kills, but of course you can't really say that when they get the pod secured with the nade themselves. You could maybe say look for the positioning to improve, probably from both teams, moving a little bit forward, coordinate where people are going to be to make sure that the pod can't just get walked up to.
Yeah.
And Bayazid looks like he has a good angle here with the DH. He's going to get 2 with help from Geralt. Geralt actually picking up the first one. But again, from AC, just really good positioning. And this one's hard to get through, but it looks like TG's not going to try, or do I speak too soon?
Those cave spawns for TG completely crippled them there. They didn't have enough time to get out, and they just kept fighting in the cave instead of going around. It took them too long to make that shift over.
Well, 4-2 to AC. This is pod point for them. But it looks like TG actually sort of not in position, as this is the worst possible pod for TG.
This 2v4 is going to be very important here, this first fight.
It looks like there is a flank from the back, though. TG's pushing in. They got a couple members. This is going to be a 4v4 in the cave.
Super important. TG getting some good kills here, though. 2v2. They have to kill these last guys before the close spawns for TG show up, and they're going to show up now.
Wookie not able to get the kills he needs. Nemesis, Samuel, sorry, not Nemesis, can take him down.
2v2 and 2v4 again. Close spawns again paying off, and they're still holding on. 2v2 for so long. That had to be the most impressive 2v2 defense I've ever seen. They had it was like a 2v8 with those close spawns.
It's super good
and
there out of AC.
Showing off exceptional defense there. And that's going to pay off for them, as they're going to have full pod control, 3 guys in the caves, and it's match point.
Evade Perception and one other not going to be able to push in time.
And AC takes the win.
Yeah, that's the win. Great defense there out of AC at the end there. Obviously, great, fortunate pod spawn there for them at the end, but TG just not able to get in with their members advantage through the close spawns, and that's going to be the first map.
I have to say, highlight play was there at the end. Geralt and NM Samuels showing off their 2v2 abilities, their partnership abilities against all those close spawns from TG. They held up in there for so long. It was a 4v4, then down to a 2v4, and then close spawns just kept coming in for TG, and they kept putting up impressive results.
Yeah, just really good play there, as you were mentioning. Being able to hold off for so long till their reinforcements were able to arrive, and then from there on, that's just too much time taken up and too well of a defense set up with only those 2 entrances to be able to get in.
Yeah.
Definitely RNG favoring AC there, but those were especially that last pod. TG definitely needs to be able to pick up those kills to secure that.
Yeah. I assume they're gonna remake this.
Yeah, probably. I'll wait till the lobby ends, but yeah, it looks like we're going to go on to map 2, which they're doing one map at a time, so we currently don't know what map 2 is.
Nope.
But
Alright,
we'll get that to you. Yeah.
So what's the most pressing things that TG and AC both need to work on as they go into map 2?
Really, I think both teams just need to be able to watch the pod a little bit better. They're all both teams are really kind of just grouping up in one area on the pod, and occasionally just occasionally just ignoring it and letting someone sneak on, which is definitely an issue. And then, of course, I mentioned before that nade for AC able to secure the pod, but you don't want to risk that nade being the last line of defense for a pod. Yeah. So definitely look to position yourself, if I'm both teams, look to position yourself better around the pod. And for TG, they also just need to start getting some of those kills. I noticed that Wookie's not on his famous E11, and of course no EE3s, or one EE3 per team, I don't remember. So, of course, some new weapons coming out for both teams. So those Slayers that you know from before might not be the same Slayers now, but still, with everyone having pretty much the same weapons, TG, really need to be looking to get those kills, securing those kills so that they can push through and get pods.
It was definitely a high-scoring game, or a high-touching game. Both teams were getting lots of touches on pods. It was going back and forth a lot, and it just came down to big team fights, really, big 4v4s. Next map will be Dune C, and AC will be taking the Imperial faction.
All right. So
this
Dune C.
I hope to see some more pistols coming out, some DHs.
Yeah. And we were mentioning that last map was a very high-touching game where both teams are touching the pod. Dune C, this is a huge Slayer map because you have to be able to hold off pushes. Both teams, no matter where the pod is, can get 2 or 3 pushes within 30 seconds. So you have to be able to get those kills to hold off and secure the pods in this map. Yeah,
it's definitely a high-touching map as well, so if we thought last map was high-touching, this one will be even worse. So I'm definitely looking for some good defense to come out. Whichever team has the best defense and has the best angles, I think, should take this map pretty easily.
Yeah. I do expect this one to be close as well, especially early on. I don't think this is going to be a 5-0 in either way. And again, you have to watch the pods here because without watching the pod, teams have, as I mentioned, 2 or 3 chances, even in a 30-second timer window, where normally they only have 1 chance if they get bad spawns. There's no bad spawns on this map.
No. I got a private match. Oh, no. There we go. No roster changes coming out. Everyone's going to stick with the same thing. Definitely good work from Samuels and Geralt last game, so I don't think you want to change that partnership. But maybe TG would look at changing some of theirs possibly if they're not feeling like it. But good too, and Evade Perception had good partner starts as well on the TG. Definitely the outstanding partners from that side.
And of course, TG still had that really good control on the top of the walker. They got that pod and immediately transitioned it into that side pod that they got. So when they're able to set up, TG's looking really well. It's just they've had a couple gunfight mistakes that have kind of cost them so far.
I think when it comes down to dedicated defense, I'd give the edge to TG for sure. They didn't give up as many, they didn't let up as many sneaky touches or anything. But AC, I think, having the slight edge in gun skill at the moment.
Yep. So hopefully they can turn that around, especially on this map where gun skill is going to be super important.
All about quick angles and short, fast gunfights as we go into Doom C. Let's hope we got the factions right. Yeah, we did. Albert will be switching to the RT97C this time, so it should. I think Wookiee might be freed up on the E11 this time, possibly. We'll have.
All right. Definitely
he
a
hasn't
good
switched
change
sides
if they go through with that.
yet. Yeah, his experience on the 11 is just unmatched, and I don't think why you wouldn't have Wookiee on it.
Yep. And Geralt going to be a DT 19 battle there, going over to the side. Yep.
And TG doesn't even let them get out of spawns. They're just going to clean them up real fast over at their spawns and shut them out right there. Kills going over
but
for
a
AC,
couple
though.
members coming through. Bayazid going to engage. He goes down himself. Jetpacks towards Geralt and NM Samuels with spawns. NM Samuels going to be able to get it as he goes down himself too. It's Blah. One member in the area, that's Geralt. NM Samuels gets the spawn off that. Now AC is in control of this pod with no flanks currently.
Evade Perception putting up a great start for TG, getting 3 kills there on the first touch for them.
Yep, it's Blah up top. He's low, going to go down to NM Samuels himself there. And a push from TG, only one member, probably looking to get the spawn. This should be called out. Good Poo, low on health. And maybe it's not called out because Bayazid not going to see him. And it looks like this is going to be TG pushing in. Wookiee goes down. Good Poo about to go down himself. AC first pod.
And Samuels and Bayazid had great angles there, watching both sides of the pod.
Exactly what I was talking about earlier there. Just getting the angle to make it so you don't have to rely on the abilities to get the kills. And AC, perfect angles, as you mentioned, on that.
Gamma Ray Bill will get the first gunfight by the pod, but TG going to take the first touch. Bayazid getting it back there.
Yep. Bayazid going to be able to get the kill on Evade Perception. A little bit of a taunt before he goes in. He's going to get taken down by 3 members of TG. AC really not in position here. Evade Perception is going to be able to sneak in and just take it himself there. A couple members of TG in the area here.
Now we're seeing those close angles in the pod or in the crates come out. We see a couple members from AC in there, and really
Gamma Ray Bill just able to walk in, take the pod right there. AC in control. Geralt going to be able to pick up a couple, but advantage TG in terms of personnel. Geralt going to not quite go down. Evade Perception looks to take the pod, but AC with great defense there to be able to secure that.
Great angles from Bayazid and M. Samuels. They've been all over it right now.
Yep, TG, again, not quite in position to be able to take this. They're still trying to win fights. Kills are getting traded to both teams. AC, plenty of time left here to be able to hold this, and TG just not enough time. That's the second pod over. The push too late from TG again.
I just got to say AC's angles on this have just been exceptional so far, and they've definitely shown up as just a completely different defensive team than they were last game.
Yeah, AC's angle is really the difference here. Haven't been able to get touches once they've been set up.
It just seems like they know how to work better as a team on this map, at the moment at least.
Gamma Ray actually picking up a double kill, but he's going to go down. TG still in control of this pod as Evade Perception is going to get double teamed by Geralt and another member. So TG finally with a little bit of control. But as I say that, Bayazid...
Geralt's making good use of the top of the ship as well, using that to provide fire support for his team on the ground.
Gamma Ray's going low here. He's the closest member to the pod, but Evade Perception and a couple others going to be able to take it out. As I say that, Geralt able to move in, pick up the pod, and retreat back. Looking to get the partner spawn here for Gamma Ray, but he's not going to get that. Evade Perception able to take him out before. That's going to cause a longer spawn there for a couple other members, and TG back with control.
You can see the defensive difference between these two teams. TG is getting these kills here, especially on this pod, but AC keeps getting sneaky touches without TG not having any angles. And you can just definitely see they're two completely different defensive teams here.
Yeah, Samuels could have gotten a touch there. Would have suicided for it, but he didn't quite. He went for the kills instead. Now AC again, all 4 members on the pod in position. And TG's going to have a hell of a time being able to push in.
AC is working very well as a team. Great partner starts, great communication. They're flanking together. They're getting partner starts in. They're getting their angles on. Definitely showing up as a good team here.
Wookiee with the E11 able to get a flank. However, NM Samuels able to pick him off. Not quite able.
The angles
Geralt
again.
In great position.
Angles are going to come out again. It's Bayazid and NM Samuels getting these huge kills.
Until Geralt dies, that's going to be angles the whole time. And you'd expect someone to move over to be able to pick up that now. Bayazid may be looking to move over, but it doesn't matter. AC, third pod.
It's going to be good for AC. They're going to have that close spot, and Gamma Ray Bill better get there first and get the first touch. He's in a 2v1 though over this 3v1. AC needs to get more people down there to support him. TG's in control of the space around the pod, but hasn't got the touch yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing that now. Evade perception, able to sneak in there, pick it up. Now he's in a bit of a 2v1. He's going to go down straight to NM Samuels and Geralt. Geralt going down. Now it's just NM Samuels, but you could expect a partner spawn here. But no, NM Samuels going to take damage and go down. TG, great defense there, and even better spawning.
Yeah. They, I like the setup they had. They had a big line stretched out across the left flank, and after they lost the pod, they were able to get partner starts up the map from the pod and get those angles on it. So picking up some angles plays here, and partnership is coming out a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like the first pod over to TG, finally able to pick up some power-ups as well. That might be huge moving forward.
I think they can learn from that. I mean, if they play with better angles and they win the pod, so I think if they keep that up, they'll definitely do better on these next few pods.
Yeah, for sure. You could hope that they learn from that and it wasn't just a one-off mistake, because AC's been putting up the pressure and they've been playing very well so far. But we'll have to see what they do.
Good defense again from TG, able to get some good angles as well and hold off a push from two of the AC members. They've actually sent Evade Perception up here to spawn block, I think, for them. Yeah, they're putting one of them back here.
Looks like Goodpoo's going to kill himself to his own proxy. Of course, he does get the kill on the player, but that was a one-for-one trade there just with his own proxy, which I guess was a good play. But TG, this is about 15 seconds left on the pod, and AC's going to get one more push, but that's it.
TG's defense has definitely improved as time has gone on. They're getting into it now.
Yeah, they're going to have to hurry up. AC's going to have to hurry up if they even want to have a chance at this. Evade Perception's not the objective there. That's going to be 3-2 now. Still in favor of AC. AC's still with a little bit of a lead. They've had great play early, but TG definitely looking to make a comeback now.
Yeah, and they're playing a lot better than they started out with. After time has gone on, they've got their angles down, they're getting their defense, they're getting their kills especially.
Yeah, and TG now with control of the third pod in a row.
Someone from AC lagged out.
Oh, that might be why.
Yeah, possibly. But there's no remakes after the first pod, so they're going to be stuck in this.
Who'd lag out?
That would have been Gamma Ray Bill.
Gamma Ray Bill has actually been doing pretty well so far. You could, it's definitely a flaw in the system for sure, especially with not being able to come back in the lobby. But funny enough, 3-on-4, AC's doing it. Never mind. Goodpoo's going to be able to pick up the pod there. It's not as fun now with 3v4.
I mean, they're not playing bad for a 3v4, but I mean, AC's partner work has been so on point that it just changes them completely after they're down to 3.
Yeah.
It really sucks. That's awful.
Yeah, curious when Gamma Ray lagged out. If it was when they were up.
The first pod that TG won.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Maybe he rage quit after they took a pod. Who knows? But AC's, I mean, they're not giving up.
No, they're still
Granted, they shouldn't be giving up, especially with a pod lead. Of course, the second one's about to come down, I'd imagine.
I mean, if they just burn time.
That's what they're going to have to do. I feel like they're not going to be able to secure a win here.
But they need to.
They're not going to be able to get a pod.
Yeah, they need to keep bouncing it.
Again, just too low there, or too slow there from Geralt.
This is going to be.
Maybe he had another player.
If they had a bigger lead, I could say that this could just be them trying to draw at the clock. They could do that, but this at a 3-3 tie game.
It's tied now, so
too late for that.
I don't think there's any clock that's being drawn out.
They just don't have enough players to make a good push.
Yeah.
But by maybe
maybe with some good angles, spawns, partner spawns could happen, and some a pod could be taken here. You'd like to hope, but Good Poo going to be able to take the pod.
They don't even have anyone on pod right now.
A droid even.
Yeah.
Ah, well, Geralt's able to get the droid. He goes low. He's going to go down there. 3 members in the area. Yeah, this really is not what you like to see in a grand final.
Yeah, I know. Dang it. It was such a good game, too.
Yeah, well.
AC was showing up.
They were. If they can continue what they were doing at the beginning through the rest of the maps, I actually don't think TG. I don't think that will make a difference in the end result of the match. But
yeah, the most important thing is not to let this ruin their momentum.
Yeah.
They're just gonna need to forget about this match and just think of it as map 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And with every player having a different star card as well, they've just lost a lot of utility if one of them is using something like a grenade. I don't know what he was using, Gamma Ray Bill, but if he was using a nade or a diopsis or something or a flash, they've just lost that for the rest of the game.
Yeah. It definitely hurts them a lot. And as expected here, TG going to be able to pick up this win. 4v3, so it's a little bit of a... It's not quite the win you want to see if you're TG, but that evens up the score, and it was a pretty simple game there for them once the disconnect happened.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate that happens, especially in a match like this.
Yeah.
But game 3, game 3, it's going to come back to a 4-on-4, and AC was looking super, super good up until the disconnect. So if they could just pick up where they left off, say, hey guys, we had the lead before it happened, let's just forget that happened, they might be looking pretty well.
Yeah, they can't let that ruin their momentum, especially how they came off the last game.
Yeah. So, do we know what map 3 is yet?
No, they haven't banned it yet. Or they haven't picked it yet.
Okay. Well, we'll quit out of that. So, map 3 is looking to be... This could turn the tables, especially if TG is able to pick up a win on map 3, get that momentum rolling. As you mentioned, hopefully it doesn't mess with AC's confidence or momentum or synergy or anything of the sort, and that they can get back to playing how they were, which was really exceptional Star Wars Battlefront.
Looking for a map 3. I haven't seen any messages yet. What's left in the map pool? Swamp got banned. Sulfur is still in. Raider Camp is still in. And Jawa Refuge is still in.
So 3 pretty good maps still left.
Both teams are very good at Sulfur. Both teams like it. They both like the map, I think, from what I remember.
Yeah. Sulfur's a map where you can get away with setting up and the other team only has one push to get the pod. So if you're able to win that initial 4v4, you're almost guaranteed to get the pod. Goes on, or not goes on, sorry, Raider Camp. That's going to be interesting for me to see with the new weapons and star cards, because with no EE3, the long range advantage that the EE3 offers is negated, and you have weapons with pretty high accuracy. So the range, fighting at range, might be a real issue for both teams.
Yeah. Oop, I got an invite. I didn't see a map though.
Well, I guess we'll see when we load in.
Samuels hasn't said anything in the chat. That's unfortunate, yeah.
What happened last game?
I'm sure they probably are after a 3-0 lead over TG.
Yeah. That would have put them at match point as well.
Mm-hmm. Sulfur will be this map.
Sulfur's the map?
Mm-hmm.
And of course AC with server selection as well, so hopefully no disconnects out of them. You'd hope that it wasn't a switching of partners that got the disconnect.
Oh, that would be awful.
You have to be really careful with how finicky the bar is. You have to be really careful, and if that's what caused the disconnect, that's so tilting moving forward.
Quite the conversation at AC's party. TG will take the Imperial faction for this map. So they'll be getting the spawns down by the big sulfur pool. And AC will be getting the spawns over the field. If I remember correctly. I think that's right. Yeah, I think so. This is a map where partner starts are so important. The spawns are so far away that partner work is going to be just priority number one for both teams.
Yeah, if a team gets wiped, you're only going to have one push remaining.
Yeah.
And you're under time pressure if it's a 30-second pod take.
We're waiting on Albert.
Unless there's a substitute coming in.
Yeah. Which both teams have extra players on their roster, but I think TG was saying how most of their guys were busy.
Well, everyone's here
Albert. Yep.
for map 3.
So
probably just checking to make sure everyone's actually in the lobby here before we start.
And momentum for AC. You got to not let last game ruin their momentum. And we'll have to do a faction change before we get in, it looks like. So TG can get Imperials.
And here we go, map 3 tied 1-1 after an unfortunate disconnect in game 2 for AC after their lead. AC really has been, when they have 4 members, AC's really been dominating the game so far. TG getting a little bit of a cheeky win there on map 2, but a win's a win, and you take him how you can get him.
I think mainly the advantage AC has had has been their partner work and their teamwork together. They're coming out as a great in 2s and great in 4s, and great angles, especially how they started on Dune C.
Yeah, you could argue AC's outgunning TG as well with that in cave take back on map 1.
Yeah.
Being able to hold off for so long. Or TG not being,
highlight play.
TG not even being able to pick up those kills, you could argue.
I will still see NM Samuels on the RT97C, and it's... Oh wait, Albert has to switch factions still. Is he going to do that? There we go. Gamma Ray Bill running the E11 for that team. They're going to be waiting on the rest of waiting on the jump pack partner starts.
Alright.
Which we will see. Baez is still on the D817, and where's Geralt? There he is. He's got the DLT-19.
So first touch is going to be not taken there by AC. He's going to jump off the pod instead of taking the grenade to the face. Samuels up top. It's Blah already with the far spawn, though.
That was impressive from AC. They didn't, instead of going for pod, they went up behind and went for the kills up on the ridge instead. Cleaned out the partner starts.
Of course, TG gets the closer spawns now. So that's going to be called out probably here by Geralt. As he goes down, they're going to push in, but Geralt going to get the spawn off NM Samuels. That's still a 4v4 here. Bayazid going to be able to hold them off, get a couple kills from the side with help of Gamma, Ray Bill being able to pick up the kill.
Samuels being their pod watcher right now.
Yeah, Bayazid's doing some work, but they're going to go in. Touch My Wookiee's going to go in. He's going to get taken down by Gamma Ray.
The angle's coming
It's Block going in. He's getting taken down. Good poo, going to get it. NM Samuels was in a bit of... Yeah, evade perception, able to distract NM Samuels just long enough to be able to get that touch. However, of course, the retake coming in from AC, but that is going to be a 30-second window where TG can regroup and maybe even take this pod back. You already see the flank coming out from Touch My Wookiee and It's Blah. They're in a position to be able to make a push. A 2v2 pincer maneuver here. Bayazid going down, It's Blah going down. This is a 3-on-3, not counting spawns.
I wonder if that was kill hunger from Samuels or just not good calls on the touch earlier.
Well, he was in a gunfight there with evade perception. He can't just. I mean, he really can't just turn around.
I thought he was just going after him. I didn't know who they were both fighting.
No, yeah. He got engaged by evade perception. Arguably a really good play there from evade to make it so he was the distraction and the pod could be taken.
Mm-hmm. Kills coming out for these two, Geralt and M. Samuels, still making a great partnership here. But TG will get to the pod first.
Yep, TG gets to the pod first, and AC only has one member in the near vicinity, but the remaining members, Bayazid and the rest of AC, trying to push in here.
Geralt's going to get the touch.
And, yeah.
But TG is here to make a push back. It was a 4v4, and they're getting kills, so it's staying pretty even for right now.
Evade Perception's going to kind of just look to jump in here, but he's going to get shot at. Bayazid able to pick him up, help from N. Samuels in the back. And now we have another push coming in from TG, but this push is scattered with the remaining members so far away.
These two teams
My partner spawn does come in. Samuel's actually able to pick it up. He goes low. The rest of AC actually too far away. And this pod going to go over to TG, no problem.
Both teams did a good job there of partner starts and team fights there. It was just back and forth kills and partner starts. So it's
looks like a pretty decent orbital out of, I was going to say AC, but TG is still perfectly in position here to be able to pick up a possible take. Wookiee goes down. It's going to be on Gamma Ray. Can he find evade perception? No, he can't. And that looks like the second pod of the map actually going over to TG to tie the score 1-1.
And I think they did
no disconnects this time.
Deliberately switched to Shadow Troopers except for Good Food. I think that they had different skins on last time, so a little bit of skin play.
Shadow Troopers are definitely the best skin when it comes to blending in. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty smart if that was a call made. If not, still good.
Yeah.
But TG just look all over this game now. AC looks out of sorts almost.
I still think that the individual partnerships are doing good for AC, but they're just not working together as a team. The two can't come together. They're not making good 4v4 pushes. They're making just 2-on-4s and jumping in as partners, not as a whole team.
Yeah, AC actually is able to get the touch, though. Still hold him off. Albert Blog are going to win the 1-on-1 against Gamma. And now a bit of a pincer. Wookiee is going to get the partner spawn. Now a pincer from TG. Can AC adapt to this? I mean, the question goes...
Oh, they're getting pushed off.
Good Poo's looking to move in. He's low, however. Bayazid looking to get the angle on the pod. Good Poo going to look to regenerate. Bayazid able to go down. Evade perception going to go down to a smart rocket. Touch My Wookiee going to be able to pick up the pod as he goes down. And then NM Samuels gets taken down as well. So TG with the touch, but AC in position to be able to just get the reclaim there. So the touch taken from TG.
definitely a good example of a good team push there from TG. They're working really good as a team, making good 4v4 pushes. And that definitely showed up there when they did the pincer and they came together. And now they're controlling the pod.
Yep. Baez just needs to push back here, get that partner spawn, make it a 2v2 push. Can't be looking to get in a fight there. He does, but he gets him from the back, so it doesn't matter. Gamma Ray still able to get the spawn. And NM Samuels and Geralt really should just be looking to push in right now, not fight.
They need to touch.
With how
Nade comes out.
Gamma Ray
touch anyways.
Yep. Not the greatest push there from AC.
No.
It seemed very unorganized while one team was pushing.
The people who should have been pushing
was...
weren't pushing, and the people who should have been fighting had to come get the touch to keep the pod in play.
Yep. So, still gets the touch, but of course the teamwork can improve there. Partner spawning still on point, as you mentioned, from AC.
Good kills from Gamma Ray Bill.
TG with the orbital going to deny any push for a couple seconds. Bayazid, though, immediately after, just able to get in as the squad is wiped.
That was the first good team push I think we've seen from AC so far. With all four of them.
Yeah, definitely a little early on the orbital, too. I don't know if it was right before he went down or if he just, underestimated how long it was going to be. But if that orbital is placed a little bit later, it's impossible for AC to get on that pod.
Yeah. Great defense here from Baez, getting 2 kills there. Able to get partner starts and give his team some time to hold this pod. It's going to go over to AC.
Picks up a third kill, too, on Good Poo there, and that's going to be pod AC.
And Wookie just falls right into the angles that AC had. TG's chasing these kills, though. They're coming in. They're just going after these power-ups or kills, one of the two. And they're losing these fights.
I think Touch My Wookie was actually able to pick up a power-up here. He does. He does get a thermal imploder for himself.
Very nice.
So able to steal a power-up from AC.
This is good partner work here from Good Poo and Albert. They were able to stall AC long enough for Wookie to get the touch. And that's going to give TG some time to get set up here. AC's fighting in the backfield and gonna win the gunfight. So 2-on-2. And close spawns for AC. But close spawns for TG as well. So back to a 4v4 as well.
Yeah, and the nades coming out really well there. The ion nades doing wonders for AC. They're able to get control all 4 members.
They have an R5 as well, right by the pod.
Yeah, I've been noticing with the cyclers that the droids and turrets haven't been as big of a factor.
Yeah, and a bunch of teams are running ion nades, so...
Yeah. So, droid's not too big of a deal.
And these are professional players, they know what they're doing. They can handle a droid.
Yeah, of course.
TG looks like they're getting set up for a push. They're spread out a little thin, though.
Yeah, TG's going to have to push in now if they want to do anything. Still 4 members, and Good Poo's going to look to get the push. He goes down immediately, though. Just no support there from TG.
I think it was just TG's... They were not willing to make a push. They just waited too long.
Yep. TG was disjointed in their attack and held up too long. You got to go in as 4 there and, have someone touch the pod, and they just weren't willing to make the push. Yeah. Weren't ready or in position. They ran out of time.
They did get close spawns, though, so this is going to be their pod to start out with. They're going to have a little bit of time to get set up, but AC is already here putting pressure on them, getting kills.
Yep, TG actually going to make maybe a partner spawn here happen. AC with the pod currently. TG gets close spawns again, so this is going to be another push here from them. Evade Perception's looking to move in as Touch My Wookie's going to get in a gunfight, wins it, barely gets help from Evade Perception, I believe. But Evade and Good Poo looking to push in. Good Poo by himself with no cover, but in a flank position as It's Blah moves in, gets a really nice shot. Good Poo's going to go down along with It's Blah. Now 1 member of TG left, and now a desperate jump
shot
last second.
Kills Wookie in the air.
And that's going to stop a push unless It's Blah here can really just sneak in. He can't. Wookie not able to get there in time again, and that's the 4th pod over to AC.
Geralt did along with a clean wipe. That defense. He was just moving around the pod, getting lots of kills and people who were going.
And then look at the pod location compared to the spawns.
Oof.
That is a close pod to AC and long spawns for TG. If AC can get set up here, this is going to be a 50-second touch, so 2 chances here for TG, apologies, to be able to push in.
TG's and TG, kills, but they're still so they're gonna come down by the water and make a push from here. It's Albert.
Yeah.
They all get spawns here, all 4. So there's gonna be a big push
all
for
4
them.
members
They
there
have to make
up
this
close.
count.
Gamma Ray out of position, and
They're
again,
losing the
2 members
fights.
go down. Partner spawns. Evade Perception's by himself. He's going to get caught out
The
by a
turret.
droid and go down to NM Samuels. It's Blah pushing in from the right side. He's going to go down, or he's actually going to get a kill. Apologies on Gamma Ray. Long spawns from TG.
He's got
AC
Wookiee supporting
4v2 for the rest of this pod duration.
It's Wookiee and Blah. That's it. That's all they
Blah's
got.
down.
It's just
Wookiee's
Wookiee.
going in. Those
Wookiee's
are partners. They're
And there goes
down.
the kill.
This is the
AC
last
wins
push.
the
They're not
match.
going to make it.
It wins the map. And there we go, 5-1 for AC. You have to think if Dune C had not been in 3v4, this might be game.
Yeah, for real. With the 3-0 advantage and with how dominating AC was here. You know, I was asking you yesterday about, if this game was going to be a stomp. You said no, but it's looking like AC is the team that's stomping here.
And I would say that was not the expected result. I was thinking, if it was going to be a stomp, I was thinking TG would show up, but AC is definitely showing, they're just playing better as a team. Partners and as a 4-man. Just having better teamwork. I think if TG would get on that level of having the same amount of teamwork, and I think they're fragging about equally, getting the kills that they need, but it's just the teamwork I think is so in favor of AC, especially on that map.
And Wookiee jumping in at the end there, obviously not on him, but if he holds back and maybe gets a partner spawn for Albert, you could have a 2-man attempt there rather than just the desperate last-second attempt, because there was still a little bit of time left on that pod. But also, that was a 50-second defense. TG not even getting a touch on that pod.
No.
Really impressive from AC.
And M. Samuels immediately messaged what map. I think he's ready to go. I can imagine being hyped up after that.
The hype really is probably going for AC right now. But we've seen teams come back from 0-2 deficits. This is a 2-1 deficit. So still a chance for TG, but they really need to be getting, they need to work together.
Yeah, well, these are both teams with a lot of experience and really good talent, so I think if anyone can make this interesting for them and realize, especially Wookiee, if anyone can realize what's going on and fits it on the spot, it could be Wookiee, and get them back in this game. There's very few players who have that kind of game knowledge anymore, especially, but Wookiee, with the amount of game knowledge he has, I think he could definitely get them back in this, but it's going to take a lot, and we're going to go to Jawa and see if they can do it. Yeah.
Outplayed at every stage of the map. Though with how important crawler control is on this map, we'll see what the lack of EE3s will do for both teams.
AC will take the Imperial faction here. The one thing I've seen from a few of these matches that we've scrimmed in, or I've heard the streams of, or seen streams of, whenever it comes to Jawa, it's a lot about people have been putting the DLT-19 or the RT-97C on top of the crawler. So we could see Samuels or Geralt up there for AC. And then that would be, I think it's Blah, I think, for TG.
Okay, so that'll be something to look for as well. I did see Wookiee using the E11 for the past 2 maps, I believe, but it really hasn't been looking... Yeah, it really hasn't been looking as good as you'd expect from a veteran. But hopefully the rest of TG can, help clean it up here.
AC did take the Imperial faction, so they'll get first touch on this pod. So definitely, when it's going to come down to this first team fight and partner spawns for TG as they go into this first attack.
Yeah, this first pod, though, has so many entrances to be able to get into it. It's very open, very in the middle, so I expect this to go back and forth for a while with how both teams have been.
And if anything, I'd give the edge to AC here because of their defense and how well they've been watching pods on the angles.
I was going to say, this should be going back and forth unless AC just has amazing defense, but that's not out of the ordinary for them this series.
No.
So we'll see what happens.
Especially how they played on Dune C at the beginning. If they play like they did there, then I think this will easily go. It could just be a 50-second pod for them. And I'd like to see how important Crawler is going to be without an E3. If they're going to focus on it at all, or if they're just going to leave it be. It's going to be interesting to look at.
Yeah, with EE3s being in the game, that Crawler was so huge for everyone. But with no EE3s and only an E11 being your arguably most accurate gun, and with no DLC weapons either.
Yeah. So
see how this goes.
All of AC is going to go and spawn in, which makes sense. They got the close spawn. I think the TG is going for partnership jump packs.
Yeah, that's what it looks like there.
Good
player might be able to get in.
And he's been doing great on defense, so I'd like to have him up front for me if I was AC. With that DH-17. Definitely going to put a lot of heat on TG.
Yep, and TG looking at some flanks right now. That could get spot out here by AC, though, as they are up on the Crawler. They have 2 members there. But 2 members up on the Crawler doesn't leave a lot of defense for on the pod.
Not at all.
And if TG can... it's not what you like to see with the spawns, but if TG can, push in here, I guess 3v4 down below.
Yeah,
actually, NM Samuel's doing work.
Down.
NM Samuel's still doing work up top, though. It's Blah is getting the partner spawn, has Wookie with him. Wookie's going to go in, but that's almost suicide.
2 kills,
and that's
big kills there. That shuts them down quick.
Yeah, just forget about anything I said in this pregame. AC is
pod.
just... AC is just
defense.
Dominating right now with team play.
I think on this map with these angles and like the communication level, that there's just so much on this map that teams have learned over time, and with the AC playing as a team like they are, they just put such a big advantage because it's such a team-focused map. You really can't just have one fragger doing everything for you on this map.
Yeah, and Evade Perception, great double kill there, trying to keep his team in this game. Fork gets 2 out of hand, but an orbital coming in from AC, in my opinion, a little early, because Evade Perception just still there.
Might have been some miscommunication there. They might have called out something that wasn't actually happening and panicked with it.
Yeah.
TG with a touch.
Good Poo, going to get a touch, no problem.
He's put
Evade Perception.
Maybe to combat by CH.
All 4 members of TG in the area, though. Gamma Ray going to get picked on from 3 members from the back, and now AC's the one with the offensive position, or the one that needs to make an offensive attack, as 1 goes down to 2 nades, and we got It's Blah up top, as you were mentioning earlier, picking up the kill on Gamma Ray, picking up the kill here, possibly now on NM Samuels.
This is the first time we've seen a TG defense in this map.
Yeah, and TG also getting a perfect defense. So the Crawler on the first 2 pods has been huge in the plan for defense.
And now it's Crawler pod. So Crawler's going to be even more important for this pod.
Yep, Samuel's picking up 1. He's holding off TG.
Yep, and the rest of his team spawns in the backside, so they're going to get the setup first. They're going to get pod.
You'd expect, but he goes down, so TG is here.
Geralt gets it, and they send NM Samuels up top, where he should be, to help out above. Good Poo is in the back, though, with that DH-17. He should run into Bayazid, though. Gamma Ray Bill is going to be watching from the other flank.
Yeah, 2 members up top. Gamma Ray there, another player.
Those are the LMGs
Geralt,
up top.
Yeah, Geralt and NM Samuels up top, and then 2 down below. I really don't like this positioning from AC completely, but we'll see how it works. Yeah, 2 members just get taken down.
It's
NM Samuel's the only one left.
Backside.
He's going to win that against Wookie. That was a huge 1v1 there from NM Samuels, but the pod's still going to get taken by Evade Perception. This does give the partner spawn to Geralt, however, and the remaining members of AC looking to push in. AC going to get the touch again with control.
Albert got a huge double kill there, and just TG wasn't in the spot to take advantage of it, but they were able to get the touch in the end, so...
Wookie misses the jump onto the crawler, unfortunately for him. Partner spawns come through. That actually would have denied the partner spawn, so good... smart idea there from Wookie, just not quite the execution you need. Wookie not going to be able to get the pod. It's Blah pulls back for a partner spawn, but it looks like he's not going to get it as he took damage. Kills the member with the rocket, but 3 members of AC here to deny Blah. Wookie does get the spawn in, but that's too late.
Too late. So much more back and forth on that
2 to
pod.
1 here.
But I still think better defense on the... AC had the better angles for that one for sure.
All of TG is here on this pod, but again, all these pods with
angles.
The crawler benefiting them the most. Yeah. And no angles as well.
TG has no angles here. They only have the backside. They do send Albert out, who's going to be looking to secure... He's not even gonna
but the only other angle you can get here is on the crawler,
or on the crawler,
or in the and those 2 positions are right now compromised. Wow, it's Blub almost gets it. NM Samuels takes him down.
Big push here.
Now all 4 members on here. Turret
touch.
On top. Bayazid able to get the touch. He's going to go down to evade perception. And now pod currently in favor of TG. But Gamma Ray and now just NM Samuels in position. Looks like a flank coming from the back. Geralt is going to be able to possibly pick up a couple of members. The back is the only angle TG has right now, so Wookie makes his move right now. 2v1, Wookie goes low. Goodpoo actually able to help him off. Bayazid on the pod.
Nade from Wookie
not able to get the touch.
Great defense. AC had a good push there, but they didn't have the follow-through. They got the first kills they needed, but couldn't secure the last ones. And
I think a huge misplay there from AC, was jumping off the crawler to help with that defense. The crawler is really the only other way you can get an angle on that pod, and they just gave it up for a defense that did not succeed there.
Mm-hmm.
Crawler really not huge on this pod. The only thing Crawler really gives you is a perfect grenade throw, but the gun you're just not going to hit much with your gun. So Crawler not really important here, and that's been what AC's been super good at thus far. Of course, AC with the touch.
But I'll tie it up here as we enter 8 minutes 30 seconds. It's been very close in this
AC
map.
with a good defense position. TG looking to make their push now. Goodpoo's just going to get eliminated off the map. Wookie goes as a distraction. Now 2 members coming in. Rocket going to take down not NM Samuels, but NM Samuels going to go down to its Blah. The remaining members, including a partner spawn, able to help secure. And now Goodpoo goes in too late.
Good defense there again from AC. Without the crawler too. Just straight up on the ground, slugging it out with TG.
All right, this is a very back and forth pod. As I was going to say, probably going to go back and forth, but you never know. I said that with the first pod.
Already big kills from AC coming out, though.
Yeah, but this pod's just so centralized that more pushes are going to come through.
Yeah. They have a really good setup, though. They have someone up top watching. Well, he's dead now, but they had someone up top watching, and then they had the guys below on the... They were spread out across the field pretty evenly, but TG going to win up top. They're going to have the high ground advantage coming into this push. They jump in. They're getting some kills.
Yeah, and they're still jumping in. The angles aren't really there, but the defense is. Yeah, again, one at a time.
He's gonna get it.
Evade Perception's going to get it, though, with some fancy
big misplay from Bayazid.
Definitely should not have been able to get that pod, but they're able to get the touch. So a little bit of lackluster shooting there.
Back in again.
He's not able to get that touch, but that one doesn't matter quite as much.
But if you look at the minimap, TG is spread out a lot better here. They're coming in from all sides here, and able to get some big kills.
Yeah, and they got the touch. That was really big from Evade Perception.
Yeah,
my God, he should not have been able to get that. But
Samuels and Bayazid were there. AC's going to be regretting that one, especially if this goes to TG as their pod. Oop, big push from AC here. They put 2 people on. They're going to get the pod, and it goes down to a trench battle here. 2 members alive.
Yeah,
still.
TG with more members. Of course, Wookie not in
feet
great
move from
position.
Geralt, though. He gets the same thing Evade Perception got.
Yep, him with some fancy feet as well. I think Wookiee not quite looking at the pod there. Again, he had the different angle, but if he was, that probably gets defended. I feel like I've just been, I really feel like I've just been crapping on Wookiee this whole map, but that's not what I mean to be doing. I swear.
AC is able to clean out TG and chase him down. They made a really good push there, going after.
All right,
the
I have to
defenders.
say something good about Wookiee. I can't be the guy who hates Wookiee on cast. All right,
he got a kill.
He actually picked up a kill with the nade. He picked up a kill with the nade and got someone low. That's an assist and a kill to be able to secure the pod. Great play from Wookiee. There we go. All right, that's fair. It's fair now.
It's all even. AC pushed off, but still not out of it yet. TG has the high ground. I'm trying to make a push. They pushed him back, but they haven't lost complete pod control yet.
Can Geralt get some fancy feet? He does, literally as he dies, and the orbital comes in afterwards
2v2
from
here.
AC.
Second pod drops.
Now, if you're... do you want to touch that?
As AC or TG?
As AC.
I mean, at this pod, I think you might want to split them up, because they have to choose a side. If you think you can balance... With the way AC has been playing as a team, I think they might be able to balance a 2-on-2, like a 2-pod defense.
Yeah.
Especially if it's this
That actually
close.
makes sense.
And they want to split up TG, because that's the only way TG is winning these defenses is as a 4-man. That's the only way they can do it.
Yeah, but they need to make
TG
sure
is
they
playing
get the
different.
pod touched first.
Yeah.
Great partner spawns coming out there. Samuel's not going to be in position. Oh,
Orbital.
but the orbital coming through. That orbital was
Secures
huge
the pod,
there
and
from
TG
Good
ties
Two.
it up. So now they missed their chance to get the first touch anyway, so it's going to be TG with that touch as well.
The power-ups do go to AC, however. They were the only ones there in position to be able to pick up some of those.
Okay.
So power-ups
that
in
advantage.
AC's advantage.
Okay. Kills, though, right now going over to TG. They have a good setup. Wookiee's up here at the top on the ridges watching, and they have, who is this? I think it was Good Poo watching from close. He's going to give up that angle, though, and Geralt's going to get the touch.
Yeah, Geralt, good touch there, giving up the angles from TG.
Good Poo just
not
left
quite
on
in position.
defense.
Yep,
That's why
it's
he was able to
Blah.
get in.
It's Blah able to get the touch there, I believe, or was
Fancy
one in
feet
position.
again.
I already
Geralt playing
forget.
huge pod game here. He's been great on objective. Another fancy feat right there.
Yep. Unfortunately, TG's just been too good in terms of kills. They're always in position after AC gets a touch.
Yeah, it's
AC
not
needs
especially
to
showing
start
up for
winning a
kills.
couple of these.
And except for NM Samuel's not really a big fragger on the enemy team. But it's Blah, Touch My Wookiee, Evade Perception all showing up as killers right now.
AC is looking really split in their decision making right now. I don't know. I am obviously not in the call, but it seems like they're going for kills when they should be taking when they should be fighting, and these split decisions are really letting TG catch up whenever they are out of position, and they're letting them hold position when they are in position.
And this is when it can come down to a good captain on the team. I think NM Samuels is the captain right now for AC, so he needs to get a hold on everyone and make sure they're all united in one common goal right now, and that could come down to a difference.
NM Samuels picks up a double, just no one's in position from AC.
That could have been huge.
It should have been huge. Just, again, AC just not in position, and TG comes in, more members there quicker.
AC needs a big rally. They need to get together and actually rally up and get behind each other like they were playing earlier as a team.
I believe they picked up 2 kills now, so partner spawns come in.
Oh, Good Poo gonna get the pod. I think TG's been doing that. They've been rallying together and making good, especially on this defense right here. They're playing
TG has
well.
been playing well. TG's been playing super well when it comes to partner spawns, and just rushing the pod as well.
They're getting kills as well. And that was a chance right there for Bayazid to get it. But
AC's still going to get in here. They had the call on it. They knew where they were. They just needed to get the guns there. And once they did, AC in control. But TG again, right back in position. This is going to be at least 2 attempts here for AC or TG. Apologies if they don't get it here.
Wookiee going in.
Wookiee going down.
Better angles here for TG or AC. Yeah, they definitely set up a little bit better. I think they got their feet underneath them. Stop the bleeding a little bit.
And new pod coming down.
Now,
TG not going to want to touch that. Evade perception. Can he evade their gunfire? No.
TG will
That's
get
going to be
first
4
touch
to
here.
3. And this is the last pod, unless.
Yeah, this could be it. This could be it right now.
Yep, 1 touch here from AC, and this is a guaranteed not loss out of them. What the? Okay. I guess he wanted to keep it as a 50-second touch, which could have been ideal there, but he didn't take it. He elected instead just to regroup with his team.
We are looking at a possible draw. If you're TG, or if you're AC right now, do you want to let this pod go to AC or go to TG so you can get this next pod down before it becomes a draw? Because if they keep touching it, it's going to be a draw or possibly a win.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I suppose you go for it just to you play for the tie rather than do the greedy, try and play for the win or loss. Because if that last pod comes down and you touch it and then TG ends up winning the map off of it, that's just so horrible for you guys. But now that they've touched it, the worst they can do is tie the game, which means AC can now play aggressive and they don't have to risk that chance of losing the game. It's either a win or a tie here out of AC, which is what the position you want to be in.
Yeah. This is a no-lose scenario for AC. Orbital Strike comes down. The deck's going to hold them off for a little while.
Good poo, going down though.
Last push
2 more members come in. NM Samuels, Gamma Ray off to the side. Touch my Wookiee going to not get it. Good poo.
It's good
going
poo.
in. He's going to get taken down after he gets the pod though. And this game is still going, Hobo Man.
Evade is the last man standing right there. He gets a partner start, but AC with such close spawns. Biazza comes in now, and AC is just all over these guys. TG's finally getting back though, and is this just NM Samuels? Yeah, he gets a partner start. So both LMGs are up, and still AC pod. But Touch My
Till
Wookiee.
now, Touch My Wookiee able to sneak in there, get it. Took damage from the nade, but it was not lethal damage. And now a 3-way train going down of shooting each other in the back. It's Blah going to get taken down. Kills for AC. Reset and close spawns for AC. This is probably TG's one and only chance unless they push in super quick.
They're taking it slow. Biazza going to go ahead and put shots on Blah, but he's going to go down. This is when they need to make this push. They've got kills. They need to go in now.
NM Samuels is by himself. No, he's not by himself here, actually. Apologies. Geralt's by himself. 3 members going in. Evade perception going onto the other side. Yeah, and AC just didn't have the angles there after they got taken down.
It's just Samuels left. He gets a partner start. 4v2 here. TG needs to secure this. They have to get these 2 kills. They need to get this draw. But AC's other team is coming back right now. Biazza and Gamma Ray Bill are going to show up and have a flanking spot.
Now TG just needs to look at the pod now, get all angles. I don't care if I'm shot in the back. I just need to secure it, but Gamma Ray sneaks in.
They had 2 people watching that angle. That's a big misplay from TG. But they're still going to have control. But Samuels just keeps giving partner starts up on the upper ridge. So they're going to have a full 4-man again. 4v4 here. AC wants this pod bad. They can win the game right here. Gamma Ray Bill with the touch.
Gamma Ray. Yep.
3v3, 3v4 with partner starts. 4v4.
Oh, check out the crawler.
Double
TG
crawler
now
control.
realizes they know what's going on here.
It's Blonde.
But can they get up? They have to take them off. But they're not going to because they're all down low.
These
angles could be really good. Good poo goes down. Touch My Wookiee goes down.
It's almost a wipe.
Blah goes down.
It's just Blah. That's a wipe.
Evade perception goes down. This is the game. There's no way those long spawns are securing it, and that's going to be the win over to AC. Congratulations.
AC is your DZ5 champion. Whew. That was a good game.
It was. Lots of kills, lots of deaths on both teams. I can't really say that one team stood out in terms of kills. That was just, the team play started improving there for TG. You could see it in their play. It's just, I guess, a little bit too late.
And at the end, on that map especially, it was just a slugfest. It just came down to just simple, straight up, just gunning over the pod. Bunch of people on.
TG was in a great position for so long. It's just so hard once a team gets set up and is good at spawning off of each other to be able to push in and get a take. It took some fancy feet from both teams to get through the defense, and fancy feet when it should not have been.
There at the end, I
There
have to
should have
say it
been
was the NM Samuels and Geralt up on top of the crawler who both had their LMGs on the pod. That just changed.
Yeah.
That changed TG's entire
It
push.
gave an angle that could see all sides, which is really huge. And then TG at the end just gets completely wiped out. So, yeah, I mean, congratulations to aggressive campers and their win.
First ever championship.
Yeah. And then Touch Gaming, of course, one of the juggernauts of the Battlefront competitive scene. So you could always expect them to be, right in there in contention. Just today was AC's day. And, of course, thanks to all the other teams for participating as well. Yep. Well, it's going to about do it for me. Hobo, do you have any final thoughts on this at all?
No, congratulations to both teams, and thanks for playing, everybody.
Yeah. Well, on that note, that's going to be it for us here in the broadcast booth. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we will see you guys next time. GG's.